Hey, what's up, everyone? Greetings to all my believing and non-believing viewers. I want to get your feedback on something. So, I've been thinking about religion and education recently, and I decided that I wanted to create a video about homeschooling, particularly the kind motivated by fundamentalist beliefs. It's kind of become a big thing among religious conservatives, partially due to concerns about what children are being taught in public schools, and partially due to the idea that many parents think they are better able to teach their kids in the school systems. Now, despite being raised in fundamentalist environment, I was never homeschooled myself. In fact, I'm the child of a person who's devoted their life to public education and was a public school teacher when I was growing up. But I'm very curious. The Christian schools that I went to had textbooks published by companies like Becca Books and Bob Jones, who I would imagine are popular among homeschool advocates. And I was definitely exposed to the kinds of secondary material that a lot of evangelical homeschool students would read. So I think I understand it a bit, but I would really like to hear some firsthand accounts. I had been under the impression for a long time that such an upbringing would leave people emotionally stunted and unsocialized, but I had a teacher over 2 years ago at my art school who was about my age who sharply disagreed with me regarding this presumption. She was a product of homeschooling, and she assured me that homeschool students are not unsocialized or awkward, and that it was an unfair stereotype. I apologized because I could see how being homeschooled and left alone could create a powerful self-motivating drive, which this person clearly had, as she became a spectacular painter, but I still couldn't entirely shake the idea that such an upbringing would deprive many young people of much-needed exposure to the outside world, particularly in the area of science and history, which, as many of my fellow atheists can attest to, can easily lead to deconversion and the rejection of scriptural literalism, if not outright atheism. So I want to hear your thoughts on this, especially those of you who were homeschooled for religious reasons. Believers, ex-believers, everyone is invited. Do you feel you were deprived of valuable life experience? Do you feel you were enriched by the extra time you spent with your family? How do you feel about the beliefs you were taught? Do you feel like you were unfairly indoctrinated, or do you feel like it was an important part of developing your character growing up? What about socializing with other kids your age? Did you find that you had a lot of other kids around you who were around your age who you could get to know and develop social bonds with? Or did you find you were left to yourself more? How about interactions with the opposite sex? This particular teacher relayed the message to me that though her parents and the parents of many of the people in her social group were caught up in the whole no dating courtship movement that swept American evangelical Christianity in the late 90s, that her peers in her homeschooling group were still sneaking around to go make out and fool around in isolated places. Is this a widespread thing? Did you find this to be the case, those of you who are homeschooled? And lastly, most importantly, if you are no longer being homeschooled and have moved out into adulthood, do you feel like you were well prepared for the grown-up world, or do you feel like you were naive and even lagging behind your peers in many key areas? So let me know what you think. Please leave text and video responses because I'm quite curious about this and I would like to start a conversation. I'm really hoping to get some insights from different perspectives. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have a good day, and as always, answer the questions by questioning the answers.